Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Ida Nilsson. It's the day after the 2022 Trail World Championships 80K. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling? Like, this is quite a journey to this position and this performance yesterday.
Yes, it felt really unexpected for me because I had so many bad races now, and especially I had to drop out of CCC, and I didn't feel confident. Like, I haven't run an ultra since 2018, so my main goal was, okay, I need to finish and I want to do it like decently well. So I was more hoping, like, oh, maybe I can be like top 10 or top 15 or something like that. But amazingly, I felt good in the start. Like, oh, this feeling I have missed for a while. So then, I was a little bit like, oh, maybe I shouldn't run with Blandin in the beginning. But then, if you have good legs, never waste good legs. So then I went for it, and it was. It was fun to actually be in the competition again. I felt so many races now I haven't really been in the race. I've been kind of just back there, not competing. So that was so great yesterday to be like close the whole race, and that we actually had a good fight for a while, at least before I died in the end.
Well, you didn't die. You finished second at the Trail World Championships, so there was no death there. But let's back up to the beginning a little bit. The early on in the race, you were up in the front. Did that surprise you, or did you, like you said, you had good feeling legs? Did you just decide, okay, I'm gonna try and see what we do?
Yes, it kind of surprised me that Blandin gave me kind of a little lead. It was never much. It was always like, when you saw the aid stations, like 30 seconds or 1 minute or something, but still when you're in the jungle you don't see anyone. Yeah. So I don't think she saw me either, so she couldn't really know how the gap either, really. Yeah. So but then always when it was a little bit more open and you could see, you could like tell it's not much distance, like you can make it up really quickly. But then I thought, like, I had a lead going into the 49K, the aid station, that I was like, oh, maybe this downhill I will be a little bit better, because I know she's a good descender, the last descent, and so maybe I went a little bit too hard there, but I thought, like, okay, I'm in the lead in the World Championship, I will try here and give it my best, those 10K, and it felt okay. But as soon as I started to climb after that, I noticed I was dead in my legs, and I think I had a little bit. I was a little bit dehydrated. Took a little bit too little energy as well. I messed up something I picked up at that aid station. So and also the loop was. It's way longer than you think as well. Like, kind of with but it was I tried to but I felt like forever that uphill.
This is the last uphill to the final high point before you make the descent to the finish.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's where I think the race was decided. Blandin, you had a gap at the bottom there because you had pushed pretty hard, and then Blandin must have passed you somewhere on that climb?
Yes, quite early, because she had a totally different speed than I had then, so she was like going strong there, and I was really tired in the really steep climb. Then I think I was a little bit better in the end, but it was a lot of hiking the last uphills and not much running in the uphill the last 2.5 hours.
But I think you also had a pretty strong downhill, like the final downhill to the finish?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like, I actually downhill, I felt, I fell, so I was really tired. But otherwise, the legs still kind of worked downhill. It was more, I think I got like, overheated as well. My heart rate was like 100%, like it was really high. I was breathing so hard, like this, really, but like for 2.5 hours, and the uphill just was not good.
When Blandin passed you and you were then in second place, were you in the mindset of like, I need to protect second at all costs, or where were you like psychologically then?
Yes, I was like, okay, maybe I messed up now, so I don't even medal, because I was moving so slow, and I didn't know we had such a huge gap. I knew we had been running kind of fast until then, but I didn't know it was like 17 or 12 minutes. I don't know what we had, but it was quite a big gap.
You didn't know that.
No, because and it's hard to get. It's just some times, and then it's like a long time since someone knows, and so it was. I was kind of scared at because I was like, oh, someone must catch me because it was really slow there for a while. And it's like,
I feel like it's a very sweet, like yesterday was a very sweet finish for you to like, what's the right way to say it? Like it just sort of explode back to the scene again. It was just boom, Ida's here.
Yeah, I was so happy because I think like the years when I was good enough and I think I could have a medal like in 16, 17, 18, then I wasn't allowed to run, and then now when I could run I was like, oh, now I'm not good enough. I fought before. But it was just really cool to make it happen.
I don't want to dwell on it too much, but it's a familiar journey for people where, you know, like you're trying to like get your fitness back and get back to where you were. Could you share a little bit about like what that process has been like for you?
Yes, it took a really long time. It started with I got a stress fracture in the navicular 2019 in the spring, and then
were you were road training then?
Yeah, no, I was actually doing a road marathon because I
in
wanted
the road
to do,
marathon.
Yeah, so I got 25K and it happened, and I couldn't take another step, so it was like in a marathon, and then it's like a stress fracture that takes like long time, like 8 months, 1 year almost to heal. So I was resting, and then after that time I went, like I was like, this doesn't feel good still, like it's not going well. And then it was in the middle of a pandemic, and it was really hard to find good help, and so it took
like
some
healthcare.
Like I mean, it felt like it wasn't the priority in the world for a while there, when it was or that like injury you inflicted on yourself, kind of but then I went, I saw some good doctors, and they said that, okay, we need to do this. It was actually another problem in the foot as well, except the stress fracture, so why it didn't heal well, so they did like a double surgery, and then it was just starting over again, another like year of resting, and last summer I could run some, but then downhill didn't work for the foot at all, because and then this year it's then COVID destroyed everything. I got that during Segama, and then I was sick like 3 or 4 times after that again, and it just didn't work. My immune system, my apple didn't work. I just had like elevated heart rate for a very long time after. So that was a little bit. It's like I have been racing, but I always felt really off, and it got a little bit better and better, I think, for each race, kind of. So it was nice to feel like normal yesterday again.
Yeah, and then prior to this event, you were at high altitude. You were in Nepal for a couple weeks.
Yes, so that was it was kind of unorthodox, and but I have been on higher altitude before, early, like before races, and I think it had worked okay then. For example, 1 year before Transvolcania, I went to China and did a sky race there, and it was high, and now it was the same. Like, it's really hard when you're there and you feel like, oh, I don't do any fast running, and how are you supposed to run like really fast? I mean, but actually it was good for me, because I feel it helped me in the uphill, and I felt good when I came here, and I had a week here to get used to the heat instead. So.
And ultimately, even if you're training slower there, your body remembers how to run, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean,
you just get a little bit more sore in the muscles after when you haven't run.
Yeah. Well, that was really fun for me to watch. You have such a strong performance yesterday. I hope it was really fun for you too.
Yeah, until the last 2.5 hours, it was nice. then
it was a bit of an ultra grind.
Yes.
Reminds you why you like 40K races.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your second place finish at the 2022 Trail World Championships ADK.
Thank you very much.